A balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Trouble, 38. Set.
Lance now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Ready,
3rd down and 1.
Go red.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed it when it's incomplete.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3-and-out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 7, Giants 0.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Okay, right? Claws red. Set.
Here's Lance to throw it. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Drill 52. Ready?
They'll run with Patterson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Chosen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Smash, red. Hut.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The Giants at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Yellow, go. White.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And Chase will go in motion left.
Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Drop 60.
They go play action with Richardson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Ready up.
second down. Here's Richardson. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play action. Now Richardson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
That ball caught. It's chosen. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the give, this is their fullback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Ready.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangwu. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Open man, it's Palmer. Touchdown, Washington! Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Sly on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next the score. Commanders 21, Giants 0.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
21. Giants nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey,
the tight end in motion right.
Blue striker. Green jacket.
Throwing now is Lance. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Steal, black. Set.
Play action, now it's Lance. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Richardson looking to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Robbie Chosen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it is 28-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Watch out now. 50 series. Ready, ready.
On play action, Lance. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shot.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
Blaster, 6. Set.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go red. Fury, yellow. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. They'll give it to Patterson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Lance. And this one is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And Chase will go in motion left.
Black Ultra. Ready.
Lance and company going on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Let's go now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
This 2nd and 4. Now Chandler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's 3rd and 3. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Ty Chandler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Giants nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Fly through.
On first down, Lance. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Red, cycle.
Shotgun now for Lance. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
6, mega.
From the gun, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Set. Smash, red. Fight 60.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Looking deep here for Chase. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Ready?
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you're oversetting, they come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Set, ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Set, go.
Working from the gun. Lance. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Okay, ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Breaking through to drop him, that's Perrion Winfrey. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Richardson to throw off play action. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That's caught by Chosen. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring,